So let's talk about more exciting things then. So for those who have got a free hit, so Adam, you have picked out the your ideal blank game week 29 free hit team for the free hitters among us. Not that we're jealous or anything, but I'm very jealous. Obviously, kind of scraping together 7 or 8 or I will have. But do you want to talk through the team that you have picked for us?
Yeah, I picked it in 2 minutes 32 seconds. I
Wow,
timed it.
it
So,
was that easy.
but yeah, it was because and I think how I would set up is I would go at least four at the back. I think, and I probably, I mean, it's whether you go Dallas or Creswell. I think I'd start, but I think you've got a strong back line there, and you've got defenders that are capable of returning. So I probably should read it out for
Yeah,
anybody
that's all right.
listening on the
Yeah.
podcast. So the goalkeepers I've gone for Areola and Sanchez. I'd be tempted to double up on Brighton at the back, but I mean Ariola's got a decent chance for clean sheet, and then I've got Dunk, Tierney, Creswell, Dallas, and Reguilon. And then midfielders, I've just gone for players that I think have got high ceilings and can score. And I'd probably start all five of these. I think I'd go 4-5-1. So I'd go Aubameyang, Bale, Lingard, Trossard, and Rafinha, and then Kane up front. And then I've got Antonio and Watkins because I think I had a bit of spare money lying around. But I think just looking at the point distribution over the last, I don't know how far we'd go back, 10 plus game weeks, forwards aren't scoring that many points at the
That's
moment.
right.
So I think I would go 4-5-1. Um, there's a couple of players I might have missed out, but I think overall I could see Dunk, I could see Tierney, I could see Creswell maybe getting an assist.
Yeah.
Obviously Dallas and Reguilon have got those capabilities as well, and I think you've just got five goal scoring midfielders
Out of
with
those,
Kane.
so if there was 6 or 7 players, say that playing defensively, say, right.
Yeah,
So for those who are just looking to kind of hold rank, who are the key 6 or 7 players there that you would think you should own in your team for this game? The kind of
I think
must
yeah.
haves.
For me, and if I'm just looking at this team now, I don't think there would. I don't like using must-have, but I think the only must-have player this week is Harry Kane. I don't think anybody else is a must-have because I'm looking at that midfield, and you could say Rafinha, for example, if you're looking at Leeds, but there's a good chance that Fulham need to win that game. They keep a clean sheet. So that rules out Rafinha returning. And Leeds have been toothless recently in front of goal. Aubameyang may not start. Bale, we don't know if he's going to be flavour of the month. Obviously you've got Lingard, he'll haul massively. So Lingard would be, but Lingard isn't somebody that is essential. Trossard definitely isn't. You look at the defence. I don't think there's if I'm looking at them out of all of those five defenders. I mean, I've got Dunk. Dunk's the one I'd be going for out of them. But I don't think you can look at any of those players other than Kane and think I'm going to go out my way to get them. I just don't. Yeah, I'm just looking at them at the moment, and it's yeah. I don't. I think I would go Kane, and then if you potentially, I would have a Brighton defender. I'd probably pick a goalkeeper because I think the goalkeepers could do well this week. And whether you go Areola, Sanchez, I like Meslier for this week.
Yeah.
You might go Lloris, could be a good option. Villa haven't been great in front of goal recently, but yeah, I don't think there are must-haves for this week. I really don't, and I think this proves your point. I think what you said earlier. I don't think you need to worry about it. I wouldn't go out your way to ruin your team for future game weeks if I think this is a game. I wouldn't say you could throw away this game week, but I just wouldn't worry about it too much. There's 4 games. They could be non-eventful. I don't see any of the games being massively high scoring.
What do you think the average score is going to be this week? That's what we'll run into competition later. I think that.
I like
I think
that.
that'd be
Yeah. The
interesting.
average score. Okay, I would say I think around 40.
Do you think that
40.
that high?
Yeah, and only because if Kane scores or does well, that brings it up quite a bit, doesn't it? So let's say Kane scores a goal. But if you think of it though, like just from a logical point of view, Kane scores one and gets 9 points, 18 points straight away for a lot of people. And then, let's say they've got seven other players, all that get 2 points. So that's what's that 14, so that's 32. But you'd assume that some of those players will do something. Might have a few goalkeeper clean sheets. I think it might be a little bit lower than 40, but I suppose when you're factoring in hits, actually, you can probably look at 30 to 35. But I don't think it'll be more than 40.
No, I don't. I'm going to go for because a normal game week is probably between 50 and 60 with 10 fixtures. It's less than half those fixtures, so you do have to take into the captaincy. I'm going to go 33 points. I'm going to go for, but we'll run this to competition later. So don't.
But I think that's fair what you're saying. But I don't think it'll be a high. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game week at all.
And if you think right, so we're having some in the chat that are thinking in the 20s, right? But also people are thinking about taking -4s or -8s. So if you think the average is going to be 24, but you're thinking of a -8, you really need to have a think about your game. I'm sorry.
The average will be impacted. Yeah, the average will be impacted with what Kane does. That if he gets a hat trick, it's going to be. Hopefully, he won't. But it's. I think we. So I think our summary is that we agree, and just because I'm struggling to name players, I'm definitely have. It's going to be a shit game week. I've even considered. I wasn't going to say it. I've got 2 free transfers. I've even considered carrying one of the transfers over to game week 30 because I'm just looking at it, and a lot will depend on Bale and Aubameyang. If they both start tomorrow and play a lot of minutes, it could be quite a tough one to who I bring in. So yeah, it's